How should I use YouTube annotations? You've probably seen YouTube annotations. You go inside of YouTube and videos pop up and there's text bubbles and there's links and there's different colors and different fonts, and all these things are part of the YouTube system. And YouTube is working diligently, spending millions of dollars to integrate it across all of their platforms, television, mobile, this kind of thing. What do you do with that? How do you use them? How do you make them part of your business? Well, number one fact, annotations let you do some very, very cool things. They bring integration, they bring interactivity, they bring some very, very cool things into the online video process, and you definitely want to leverage that. Fact number two, YouTube is going more and more with them. They're adding more features just this week. They've added some fun stuff to it. They're taking it very seriously, and as I mentioned earlier, they're working quite diligently in making it work across all their platforms. So they let you do cool things. YouTube is focused on letting you do more cool things on more platforms with them, so deal with it. Some people won't be able to use them, however, so you need to keep that in consideration. Realize that right now, at least at the time of this recording, you could put an annotation that says click here to get $1 million, but if that person is watching on an iPhone that doesn't have the annotation, they won't know to click. They really aren't able to click. They won't be able to get the $1 million. So realize that some people just aren't able to use them. Make that in the consideration of the production of your video. So stuff that you can do out of the chute with annotations. You can obviously do humor. You can obviously do commentary. You can obviously do supplemental things that aren't necessary and not part of it. You know, asking somebody to subscribe or making a joke or telling them when the next video is coming out or anything like that. The type of thing you see often on annotations work great when they're watching on the computer screen and just have no negative impact if they're not seen when they're viewing on another screen. One thing you can do is you can link. And this is very powerful inside of annotations. At the time of the recording, they let you link to other YouTube videos. This is very powerful. You know, somebody's just found you. You've got a video that they like there at the end. They want more. You certainly should tell them, I have more. Here's a video about X. And the great thing is with an annotation, they can click on it to be taken right to that video. A very powerful tool. I've seen people who have added annotations for videos and doubled their viewing just over the course of a week. You can link to a playlist where you can simply say something like, if you like this, I've got 10 more videos on this topic, and link to that playlist. Very powerful. And realize too, the playlists can come up in Google results, YouTube results. And so you've got some double power there. Link to a video, link to a playlist. You can link to a channel. You can send people back to your channel page, link people back to who it is you are and what it is that you are doing. Very powerful, very easily, and definitely recommend doing that. You can do an annotation link to a Google Plus profile page. Google Plus, Google, YouTube, Google Docs, all of the Google empire, tightly integrated into the Google Plus social platform. The ability to link outside of YouTube to your Google Plus profile page is incredibly powerful. Will bring people to additional content, additional sites, and there. You can link to a subscription button, getting people to subscribe to your YouTube video channel. Getting people to subscribe to your YouTube channel is incredibly powerful, incredibly beneficial, and something that you want to consider. The more people that subscribe, the more people that will come back when you put up a next video, and it begins to be a snowball rolling down the side of the mountain that gets bigger and bigger with the power of gravity that comes along with it. You can click to a fundraising project. If you are doing fundraising for nonprofits, you can link to that. You have to use YouTube Partners, but it's inside of there. You can also link right to a Kickstarter account, which is very interesting. And then traditional merch. They have links to merch providers that they are fine with you using. Not all of them, but check the list accordingly. Plenty of things that you can link to. So you can do cool things, you can link to things, just be careful for the people who can't view them. The action items, make use of them when they make sense. A subscribe annotation on every single one of your videos makes complete and total sense. Let people know that you've got more for them to see. Do it now. Linking to that makes sense. Linking to playlists, linking to other videos, all those are very strategic and very easily implemented. Like-minded videos, they don't know you yet, they don't know that you have these other videos, so linking to those things can be incredibly powerful. If you link to something external and speak to it, speak to the fact that it might not work on their particular screen and give them an alternative. Let me give you an example. So you might have the video and say, to learn more, go ahead and click on the link that says learn more, and we'll take you right out to our account over at Kickstarter. Or if you're viewing on a phone or a television set or something that doesn't have external links, you can visit us at kickstarter.com/whatever, and then put that link right inside of the video. If you link to something external and speak to it, fine. Just speak to the fact that they might not be able to do that as well. And then finally, annotations, simply asking for people to give you the thumbs up, is always doable. And of course, you tie that into social, you've got automatic sharing across all the different networks and all the really, really cool stuff there. So that is your best use of YouTube annotations.